Today we're going to tell you about a wonderful local nonprofit called the Fairy Godmother Project. Let's go into their office and find out more about them. Thank you to our sponsor, Shore United Bank. Shore United has grown over the last 150 years, but their mission hasn't changed. Customers and communities come first. Visit them downtown or at Harrison Crossing. Today I'm at 600 Lafayette Boulevard in downtown Fredericksburg. This is home to the Fairy Godmother Project, a wonderful local nonprofit, and I'm with Kathleen Pesolano, who is the executive director of the Fairy Godmother Project. So Kathleen, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So why don't we just start broad? Tell us about the Fairy Godmother Project and the type of work that you do.
Sure. Fairy Godmother Project, we are a local nonprofit here. We serve families who have a child with cancer. So we help families from the moment of diagnosis through treatment into survivorship, and unfortunately also we help families that have a child who instead go into hospice and end of life and beyond.
So tell people a little bit about the history of the organization.
Sure. We get that question a lot. Actually, we were around a long time before we actually became a formalized nonprofit. It was a bunch of volunteers that came together because a neighbor had a child who was in treatment for cancer, and they just noticed all the things that were needed, right? Because the focus was on what the child needed about getting to the appointments and about the hospital stays and the treatment protocols and all that. And so they fit in wherever they were needed. So they help with like lawn care and cleaning the house, you know, preparing food, just whatever they could do. They also did photography to capture those moments. From that start, they actually formalized a nonprofit in 2012. Our name comes from the fact that the very first family that we served, at the end of us helping the family, you know, they turned to us and said, you know, can we call you our fairy godmother, because you've been our fairy godmother throughout this whole experience.
Like nonprofits, you need to raise the funds that allow you to do the good work that you do.
We are entirely community supported, so we don't have any federal or state or government grants. We get support from our local community, and so some of the events that we have, a family fun run in June. It's our Kickin' for Kellen. Coming up here in August, Carnival for Cora's Cause. And October is a very busy month. Josh Hardy Superhero Celebration, and also our Carter's Crusaders Golf Tournament. And so all those are ways that we bring in funds, but we also just have community members that donate their time, donate whatever they can do to help out.
The families that you help, is it all like in the Fredericksburg region?
We serve families from the city of Fredericksburg, in Caroline, King George, Stafford, Spotsylvania, and Northern Orange County.
And how do you select the families?
We have never had to say no. And so really the only caveat is that they are in treatment for cancer, that they reside in the areas that we're able to serve, and we're here for them however they want us to be.
And the photos on the wall behind you?
These are our families. Some of them are families that are currently in treatment. Some of them are in their first months to a year of remission, and then some of them are also ones that are survivors.
And then you have another wall across the way.
We do. They do. There are stargazers, and so that name came from the idea that our families look to the stars to think about and recall and remember their child. We have a lot of programs that are part of that. So it's assistance during times when they're in hospice, so providing volunteers to help support them, also helping with funerals. Arranging them, celebrations of life, but we also do events for families to get to know each other too, because unfortunately they have something in common and they're able to share those stories about their child. That's what they want to do. They would like their child to be remembered because their child, is important. And so we have an annual retreat that the Stargazer families get together. We have like a back to school luncheon. It's just all those touch point moments when you need that extra support.
And I imagine that this must be very fulfilling work.
We love that we can say yes, and we can only say yes because we have the amazing community that we have here. There's only 4 of us on staff, and pretty much everybody's part-time. And so it's done through volunteer work, it's done through community groups coming out to help us. It really is about the community wrapping around families and helping them feel connected. Because if there's one thing that happens during cancer is you spend so much time on the road, you spend so much time going to appointments that you feel isolated and alone, you feel like disconnected, you don't know where you belong. And so having that community come together and be like, no, you're important, you are part of this community, you're loved, you're valued, that's just the most powerful thing, because they know they have a space that, you know, that values them, that they're important.
People who are interested in finding out more information.
All that information is can be found on our website. It's fgpinfo.org. It tells you all about any upcoming events. You can also find out about how to volunteer, how to request services. If you know someone who has a child that's been diagnosed with cancer or is currently in treatment, please share that information with them. Pretty much once they fill the form out, we give them a call right away. We want them to know that we're here, and we're here from that moment on.
Well, Kathleen, it's really a wonderful organization. I know you've helped so many people over the years, so I appreciate you taking a little bit of time to tell us and our viewers a little bit more about the Fairy Godmother Project. So keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming by.
All right. Okay, so that's going to do it for this week's edition. We appreciate you watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our newsletter, and we'll keep you up to date on business happenings here in the Fredericksburg region. See you next week. Again, I want to thank our sponsor, Shore United Bank.